Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, probably a shorter video today, but I wanted to talk about something because quite frankly, I just think it's pretty cool. So, you know how there's an official Doctor Who YouTube channel that releases clips of upcoming and current episodes, as well as clips from classic episodes? Well, I recently discovered they made a new Doctor Who YouTube channel called Doctor Who Classic, which, as the name implies, is a Doctor Who YouTube channel dedicated to classic Doctor Who. And the exciting thing about this is that it houses multiple classic Doctor Who episodes uploaded every single week for free for you to watch right now. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get to it, what's on offer, and why I think this is being done. But before we get into it, if you could do me a teeny little favour and click that subscribe button, it'd be very much appreciated. We are just past 25,200 subscribers. Thank you for all the support. Let's try and get to 25,300 subscribers. But with that said, let's get right into it. Here is the Doctor Who Classic YouTube channel. Now you may notice there's one playlist for the 1970s where I am, so John Pertwee. But when I click on them, they are inaccessible. This is because this channel is unavailable in the UK. However, if I use my trusty VPN to take us to the States, something very interesting happens. Now you can see this channel is full of classic Doctor Who stories, freely available for you to watch at your own convenience. These started being uploaded 3 weeks ago, starting with Spearhead from Space. The latest one to be released is The Sunmakers, and it seems like they're just uploading random Doctor Who episodes pretty much daily at this point, and going through the back catalogue, even including recent animations like The Abominable Snowmen, The Faceless Ones, and Evil of the Daleks. Out of curiosity, what are the most popular ones on here? City of Death, that makes sense. City of Death is absolutely fantastic. Warrior's Gate, yeah, some of the choices for this channel so far have been a bit odd, but that's somehow the second most popular on this channel, followed in third by Spearhead from Space, which makes sense. Another classic episode, one of my personal favourites, and was the first uploaded on the channel, and then the Reboss Operation. But as you can see, the views on these are all pretty low, and I think part of that's obviously due to the fact that it was region locked, so like the UK, for example, can't, watch this. But I think the reason this is being done and the reason it's not available in the UK is pretty obvious. And here you have playlists of each series so far. So as you can see, it looks like they're just filling out each series slowly but surely. But as you know, in the UK, we are very lucky to have virtually complete access to the Doctor Who library. There are a couple of exceptions that I've covered here on the channel, such as Fear Her and An Unearthly Child, the former being due to actions of one of the actors involved, and the latter being due to copyright issues. But in America and certain other territories, there isn't a way of viewing classic Doctor Who, to my understanding. It's not on Disney+, and I believe the BritBox deal that was previously in place has now relapsed in some territories or is about to in others. I'm not exactly sure. So what this seems like to me is basically a way for the Doctor Who team to make the classic catalogue readily available for international viewers without having to negotiate a deal with streamers, which then opens up a whole new arena of licensing and stuff like that, because the licensing of classic Who is notoriously harder than modern Who. So I think essentially just putting these on YouTube is part of the current team's mission of making Doctor Who as accessible as possible. Obviously, in the UK, we have the Whoniverse, and many international fans have bemoaned the fact that that hasn't really translated into international markets. Obviously, they don't have Tales of the TARDIS on Disney+. Same goes for things like The Proms and Unleashed and stuff like that. But at least with this move now, if you are an international fan, or even, a UK fan without a TV license, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you can watch classic Doctor Who freely and legally in full quality, which I just think is a pretty cool gesture. And I really like that this team is so hell-bent on getting Doctor Who in as many places as possible, and that classic Doctor Who is still a big part of that. Not only with things like the colorizations and the animations, but also things like this. Just making those original episodes fully available, uncut, in their original quality. Obviously, I can't play any of it because of copyright reasons. I literally gasped when I saw City of Death, the very bestest of classic Doctor Who. I agree, I love City of Death a lot, it's very fun. But you get the gist, right? Classic Doctor Who is readily available, especially if you're in international regions, on YouTube right now, and even if you're not. And as you can see, it's being updated fairly regularly. The Mind of Evil was uploaded 2 days ago, The Sunmakers 20 hours ago. So literally yesterday at the time I'm recording this. And it seems like they're going to keep doing this for the entire Classic Who catalogue. I'll be interested to see if colorizations and other such releases could make their way onto this channel at some point eventually, because it's harder to get those released internationally. I know that some people have unofficially re-uploaded Tales of the TARDIS to YouTube, but it might be nice to have somewhere official where they are catalogued. So maybe this channel will also serve that function when the classic lineup has been fully included. Actually, I'm curious, is Day of the Daleks the original version or is it the remade version? It looks like the remade version. Yeah, I can tell by the effects that it is actually the collection box set edition of Day of the Daleks, so I'm assuming they're putting out the best quality versions they can, which is a good choice. I wonder if both versions will be released or whether it will just be those versions. So I was thinking about this more in editing, and I wanted to check if Happiness Patrol was its original version or whether that was the new version as well. So I'm going to take a look at that, and if there are any that I miss, let me know. But this might actually in some ways make it better than the iPlayer releases, because to my knowledge, only the original versions exist on iPlayer, I believe, not the Blu-ray versions. We do get animations on the iPlayer, which is very cool, but let's see what Happiness Patrol is. So interestingly, Happiness Patrol appears to be the original version, so I'm not exactly sure what constitutes using the collection box set version and what constitutes using the remade version. Maybe it's because the season 25 collection box set is still relatively new and you can get that internationally, whereas like Day of the Daleks was part of an earlier release. I'm not entirely sure, but that's interesting. But yeah, I just thought I'd add this in as a little anecdote. If you guys know any more, feel free to let me know. But yeah, I've left a link to Doctor Who Classic in the description below. Go and enjoy Classic Doctor Who. If you didn't know about this, it's here now. Go and watch some stuff. Go and get immersed in it. Let me know your favourite Classic Doctor Who episodes you find. Speaking of finding episodes, can you imagine if they found like any more missing episodes and then the way we find out is that they randomly just get dropped on this YouTube channel one day? That'll never happen, but I mean, it'd be pretty funny. Also, it would be pretty funny if they just uploaded an unearthly child onto YouTube just for the hell of it. They probably won't do that again because I imagine that the legal trouble they would get into would be great, but again, would be pretty funny. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.